Good morning. It's October 10th, 2024. We're critiquing the news. The article on your screen is from the Cairns Post and it's titled Aussie Universities Sliding Global Ranks. Now, there's an organisation called Times Higher Learning, which assesses nearly 3,000 universities from across the world, and they're warning that Australia's university sector is on a precipice, with the majority of the country's top 10 centres of higher learning suffering falls in the latest global rankings. There's 38 of Australia's universities are assessed, and of those, 17 have slipped in the rankings. The University of Melbourne was the only one to have made it into the world's top 50, which sort of doesn't really make us much of a first world nation, does it, when our higher learning institutes fare so poorly. In Queensland, according to another article on the same subject in the same edition of this paper, the only Queensland university to have made it into the top 200 was the University of Queensland, and it too has slipped. It's now down to it's down to 77th, having slipped from 54th. So, okay, why would it be, apart from the fact that they teach things that just aren't true, that our universities would be slipping? Well, there is actually a reason, and it's alluded to in the latter half of the other story. The other story, by the way, is titled Top Queensland Uni Falls to 8-Year Low in Global Rankings. And it's hidden here in a later paragraph. And it says, it comes as the federal government is looking to introduce caps on the number of new international university students. You see, getting a degree in an Australian university and also having an employment history in Australia, even if it's something like working in your family's service station or delivering Uber Eats, it's a backdoor to permanent residency and ultimately to citizenship. And it's very profitable for the universities. Obviously, the families can afford to pay for their kids to come to this country and buy Australian citizenship, is what it boils down to. But the thing is, a lot of these kids just aren't bright enough or couldn't be bothered to learn English. They know they're going to be living in enclaves of their fellow nationals from whatever country they hail from originally, and therefore English just isn't essential. So they get these degrees without ever having learned English. So how, you ask, do they get their degree? Well, on group work. So effectively, our kids, local Aussie kids who can speak English, and also kids from English-speaking backgrounds elsewhere, they do the group work. And the group includes a number of non-English speakers, and the non-English speakers get the same grade as the kids that can actually speak English. And the net effect of that is to produce poorer results across the universities, because obviously with the English-speaking kids doing the work for the non-English-speaking kids, they don't have time to excel as they may have if everyone was lifting their own weight. Now, neither the Labor nor Liberal branches of the Uni Party will correct this egregious situation, because the Great Replacement is one of their globalist masters' agenda items. And no, it's not a conspiracy. It's on one of the UN's own websites, and it's a document that's now over 20 years old.